a 6-year-old innocent girl, married off at a tender age. Her husband steps onto the battlefield in his youth, and only a tragic news returns in his name. But one day, a mysterious man appears, wearing the face of her dead husband. He claims, "I am your real husband." And when the truth unfolds, begins a heart-wrenching battle between love and deception. This is a touching tale where one question remains: will love triumph, or will all trust be shattered? Friends, with such a story of love, sacrifice, and deep emotions, we've come again with another movie explanation on Cinescope Global. Today we'll explain the heart-touching film Daana Paani. So without further delay, let's begin today's movie journey. The story begins in 1948, in a peaceful village of Punjab named Aluwal. Here lives Basanti, a cheerful young girl who spends her days happily with her family, her parents, grandparents, and elder brother. Among them all, she loves her mother the most, and she is also her father's favorite child. One day, while Basanti's father was working in the field with his cousin, he saw a poisonous snake near his nephew. In a flash, he pushed the boy away to save him, but the snake bit him instead. The venom was deadly. Within moments, Basanti's father passed away. Little Basanti stood frozen, watching her world collapse. She had never seen sadness in her father's face before, but that day grief engulfed her innocent heart. Time moved on, but Basanti's sorrow didn't fade. She withdrew from everyone, stopped playing, and spent her days in silence. After her father's death, Basanti's mother lost all respect in the family. She worked tirelessly like a maid, yet no one valued her. One day, Basanti's grandfather, who was a tehsildar, came to visit. He often came after his son-in-law's death to check on his daughter. That day, Basanti's mother was feeding him bread when her sister-in-law came and said, "Feed the child later." Basanti's mother replied softly, "Let me feed her first. She hasn't eaten all day." But the sister-in-law angrily threw the plate away. Basanti's grandfather saw it all, and in that moment, he realized how much his daughter had been suffering in silence. He took her aside and said, "I've told you many times, you're still young. You should remarry. Times have changed. The country has changed. People no longer oppose widow remarriage." But Basanti's mother refused. She said she wasn't ready. Yet as a woman, her wishes meant nothing. She had to follow what society decided for her. Basanti's grandparents didn't want her mother to leave with her. They wanted to keep the child. So the village council was called. It was decided that Basanti would stay with her grandparents. Her mother would remarry, and her father's property would remain in Basanti's name. She could visit her mother only once every 6 months. But the little girl was full of questions. "When I cry, who will comfort me? Why is my mother leaving me?" Her mother only said, "Life forces us to make choices, my child. We must obey the elders' decisions." The next morning, Basanti was separated from her mother. As they parted, her mother broke down in tears, and Basanti's small world turned empty forever. After that, her grandmother taught her, "When your grandfather comes to take you after 6 months, say, 'I don't miss my mother.' Go away." Basanti didn't understand, but she remembered it word for word. When her grandfather came, she repeated exactly what she had been told. "I don't miss my mother. Please go away." So they left her behind, thinking it would protect her from the pain of old memories. A few days later, shockingly, Basanti was married off. She thought it was some kind of doll's play, just another fun game. But what she didn't know was her mother had also remarried in a nearby village. Basanti became overjoyed, thinking she'd finally get to see her mother again. But her grandmother stopped her, saying, "Not yet. You're still too young." Her little hope was shattered again. Days turned into months, months into years. That little girl grew up into a young woman, still waiting to meet her mother someday. The story now jumps to 1962 during the India-China War. At the border, we see Mehtab Singh, known among the soldiers as Big Sahib. One day, his superior jokingly says, "You always make the same mistake. When I call one Mehtab, the other one shows up." Turns out there were 2 soldiers named Mehtab Singh, living in neighboring villages with similar addresses. One day, amid the fierce battle, one of the Mehtab Singhs becomes martyred. After the war, the surviving Mehtab is assigned to deliver the martyr's belongings to his family. He reaches the martyr's village with the news. Hearing that their son is gone, the old parents break down in tears. Mehtab then says, "This document needs the signature of the martyr's wife, Basanti." They tell him Basanti still lives with her grandmother, not at her in-laws' house. So Mehtab sets out for her village Aluwal. When he arrives, he finds Basanti drawing water from a well with her friends. He asks, "Is this Aluwal village? I'm looking for Kashmir Singh's house." She replies, "He's no more, but his family still lives here." Basanti and her friends begin to whisper, "Isn't he the soldier who was married to Basanti?" Then appears Bahadur, a village teacher. He says, "Kashmir Singh was my uncle. What brings you here?" Mehtab replies, "I've come to meet Basanti, the child bride of the late Mehtab Singh. I need her signature on these papers." Hearing this, Bahadur freezes. The dead soldier was his cousin, Basanti's husband. He sits down in shock, remembering the girl who lost her father, then her mother, and now her husband too. Bahadur fears the truth will destroy Basanti, so he convinces Mehtab to stay silent for a few days. As there's a wedding going on in the family, Mehtab agrees to stay at Bahadur's friend's house nearby. Soon Basanti's friends tell her, "Your husband is back. Bahadur arranged a place for him to stay." Hearing this, Basanti's heart fills with excitement. She begins to dream again about her married life. Bahadur tells her, "My friend, a soldier, is staying at my place. Don't go near him now, but bring food for him from my house." Basanti, with her friends, takes food for the soldier. When her friends point toward Mehtab, saying, "That's your husband," her heart starts beating faster. That night, she dreams only of him. The next day, she brings food again and softly says, "I will serve you all my life." Her innocence touches Mehtab's heart deeply, but he cannot gather the courage to tell her the truth. Soon after, Basanti's grandmother arrives for the wedding. Basanti asks her, "Do you still care about me?" Because Mehtab Singh has been in the village for days. The grandmother is surprised and confronts Bahadur. He finally reveals everything. They both meet Mehtab and plead, Basanti has suffered too much. If she learns that her husband is dead, she'll break completely. Please marry her. At first, Mehtab hesitates, being an orphan and a stranger. But finally, he agrees. He asks, "Is she willing?" Bahadur replies, "She's young, but you're a good man." So preparations begin for their marriage. During the ceremony, another soldier named Bhim Singh arrives. He knows Mehtab from the army. He says, "This is wrong. If she learns the truth, what then?" He exposes Mehtab's identity before everyone, that he's not the same Mehtab Singh, that Basanti's real husband was already martyred. The villagers turn against him, beat him, and even try to kill him. Mehtab takes out his gun and says, "Just listen to me once." Bahadur intervenes, shouting, "My sister became a widow at 19. Should she live in white clothes forever?" An elder finally agrees, saying, "He should have told the truth earlier, but their marriage should still happen." Basanti, who had already fallen in love with Mehtab, agrees. They get married. After marriage, Mehtab takes her to his aunt's house. The aunt welcomes them but asks, "Who are you, my dear?" Basanti, teary-eyed, replies, "You tell me who I am." The aunt freezes, then whispers, "Basanti?" Yes, the aunt was her mother. After so many years, mother and daughter finally reunite. Mehtab watches silently, realizing he has given Basanti a family again. They live together happily. Later, Basanti gives birth to a daughter who grows up and moves to Canada. Basanti spends her old age caring for her mother. Years later, she tells a journalist her story, ending with, "My husband Mehtab Singh passed away a year ago." And as she finishes speaking, she smiles peacefully and takes her last breath. Thus ends this beautiful emotional journey. Friends, how did you like this story? Thanks for watching it with full attention. Stay tuned with Cinescope Global for more such heart-touching movie explanations.